Tina picked out some stuff. I don't know what's happening. We're just kind of going to roll with it and see what happens. If it's your wedding and you're paying for it, what you say goes.
Am I the booty hole for not being impressed by my wife listening to audiobooks at 3 times speed? I think the wife's being a little dramatic. I don't know why she would get. I don't know why she would get upset about that.
This little brain here, it ain't started working yet.
How long until your brain started working?
Hey guys, I'm Elijah.
And I'm Tina.
And this is the Brooks Podcast. Today we're actually doing more of a react episode.
Yeah.
And Tina picked out some stuff. I don't know what's happening. We're just kind of going to roll with it and see what happens.
Yeah, this one's going to be very we're just going to see what happens. But basically I just kind of skimmed through, so maybe some of these will get edited out, but I just found some Reddit threads. I know, everyone's doing this these days, but I love reacting to the Reddit threads. Like, I love watching people's reactions, and And
we're trying to do react content correctly, where it's not just read it and that's our content.
Yeah,
we add our own personal thoughts onto it.
Right. So
because there's people that don't react.
Yeah, they just kind of.
But they also have big followings and it makes money. So
yeah, and they also like to dox people. So
yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about that. I kind of already did. Whoops.
It's fine. Moving forward.
Moving on. But I found some Reddit threads. So I just kind of skimmed through them. So I don't really know the full content of them. So if there are any bad words, I'm not going to say them. I'm going to censor them because we're children of the Lord here.
Well.
And I think this first one will be very interesting because this one is about like religious stuff from the title. So this one, it says the A word because, it's kind of the name of the Reddit thread. But instead of saying the A word, we're going to say booty hole, okay?
Am I the booty hole?
Yep. You're welcome, everybody. Okay.
Rebecca Waters will be so proud.
Okay, so this first one. Am I the booty hole for not inviting my sister to Christmas despite her making it clear she is atheist and then disrespecting my and the rest of our family's religious beliefs? So that's already very strong. We have. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get into it. So it says, I, 36 female, and my husband, 35 male, host Christmas for the family every year. My family is C of E, which I think is Church of England, maybe, or Church of England. Is that what that is?
I think.
None of us are the type to force our beliefs on anyone else. Other people have different beliefs, and it is incredibly rude and pointless to disregard that. However, my sister, 32 female, is an atheist and doesn't want religion to be a part of her or her children's lives. We sometimes bicker about this, and she doesn't want me to practice my religion in front of her. For example, at meals with her, I still say grace, but she gets annoyed at me doing that in front of her kids, despite the fact I never asked them to do it with me. Edit. This is any time I might be eating a meal when she is present. It could be at a restaurant. It could be at a third party's home. It could be in my own home. When I say grace at her home, it is in my head, although I still bow my head and hold my hands together as usual. When I say grace during any of the other occasions, it is the same as how I always do it, quietly and for myself, not for anyone else in the room. End of edit. Anyway, Christmas is a very important event for my family, and my husband and I always host it as we have the biggest house, and so we can accommodate all the guests. My family always stays over for the week surrounding because I don't live near any of them. My sister was previously always invited, and she'd come with her kids in the afternoon after we'd all been to church for the present giving and receiving, and then she'd stay for Christmas dinner. However, she always has a problem with everyone saying grace or singing carols together. She says she feels forced to participate and that we're influencing her children despite her making it clear that she doesn't want religion around them. Last year, when she put up a fuss about it, it was more intense than usual, and she said that we're all idiots for believing in this rubbish and that there is no God and that Christianity ruined Christmas. While I know that a lot of the traditions are pagan, what Christmas celebrates is directly tied to Christianity, so I'm not sure what she was on about then. I told her not to go to a religious event if she's so against religion and to stay home and practice whatever secular tradition she wants. She said she goes to Christmas every year because she wants to see the family, but more that she doesn't know how to refuse the invite. So I said that next year or this year, she won't be getting an invite, so there shouldn't be a problem. I stuck to my word, and she isn't invited this year. She called me a booty hole for blocking her out from the family. Everyone is perfectly respectful of her beliefs, but she isn't of ours, so I don't want her there at all times, which is important to our belief. I think it's fair, but am I the booty hole? Another edit. People have said I'm anti-LGBT, and I'd just like to say that I am bisexual. While I don't know anyone who's transgender, I know enough more than basic biology to respect any trans person.
So there's a lot there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot there.
So my biggest thing is, like, if especially if she's like doing silent prayer in her sister's house, I think that's fairly respectful.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. What I don't like is the whole, well, I don't know how to refuse the invites. It's pretty easy. I ain't coming. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah. But I mean, like, that's the thing, though. That's what I don't get about this one, is because this girl's sister is talking about how they're so disrespectful towards her because they still do this stuff in front of her and her children. But
if your family is primarily a Christian household that practices this, and you're coming into that, you know what you're coming into.
Yeah, it's like you know what it's gonna be. And that's the thing that I don't get, because it's like, if she's so concerned about, like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like her family has actually been nothing but respectful towards her, especially going as far as, like, whenever, her sister is in her house, she says prayers silently in her head.
Yeah, I don't know how much more you can accommodate that.
Because I'm like,
without the entire family just turning atheists.
Yeah. No, because, like, we talk about this all the time, where it's like, people are like, I have freedom of speech, I have freedom of religion. But whenever it comes to, like, Christianity or, like, being part of the church, it feels like we're the ones that get shunted. And I know it's because, like, there's a lot of bad eggs in the Christian faith, like, and people just have a bad taste in their mouth because of a lot of people who do things in the name of Christianity. But the reality is, we're not all like that. And, like, we're respectful enough to not sit here and, like, yell at you for how you choose to, like, dictate your household and, like, dictate your life. But you want to, like, get all upset because you're coming over for Christmas and we say grace before dinner and we sing Christmas carols about Jesus afterwards. Like, that's a little bonkers to me.
Because especially if she's the one coming over, that's their house. You can't really dictate what they do in their house.
Exactly.
If you don't like it, you don't have to be there.
Exactly.
Like, not to sound mean about it, but that's the reality of it. You're the minority.
Yeah. Well, and, like, I really hate that it's come to the point where she, like, didn't even get an invite this year. But it kind of seems like for years upon years it had been kind of building up to, the last year that she was there. Like, it was a whole thing.
There ain't really a good way to go about that other than just...
Yeah.
It
honestly just kind of feels like a victim mentality. Because it's like, it even says, it's like... She says she always feels forced to participate and that we're influencing her children. But it's like, you don't have to participate. Like, I don't think, unless something has been left out of this post, like, it doesn't seem like they're, like, making you and your kids say grace out loud with them and, like, sing the songs with them. Like, if you don't want to, you don't have to. Or, like, if you don't want your kids exposed to that, don't bring your kids. Or, like, tell your kids to go outside. Like, like, go to your cousin's room and play. Like,
I'm like, you can't really come into someone else's house and be like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
That just don't sit right with me. Which, this is just our opinion with what facts we have. This may not be the whole story, so...
Yeah.
We're just going off of what we got.
Based off of what we have read, this lady is not the booty hole.
Yeah, I think she's well within her right.
Yeah. especially if it's in her own house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or in public spaces, even in public spaces. Like,
Yeah, that ties into freedom of speech at that point.
yep.
Be like, she's not putting anyone in danger. She's doing her own thing. Let it be.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Am I the booty hole for canceling my aunt's invitation to my wedding when she traveled the world to attend it? This one better be good.
We're gonna have to dive into this one.
Yep.
Okay.
This one better be good. Okay. My husband and I got married 3 weeks ago. My husband is from South Africa, but I am French. So our wedding in the savannah in South Africa was a huge trip for the 13 French guests. We rented a beautiful lodge where you see lions, elephants, etc. And to thank everyone for coming all this way, we rented it for 2 days. Day 1, wedding. Day 2, pool party. We only invited 30 people, the people we love. I had a huge argument with my aunt 8 years ago, and we cut ties ever since. But doing the invitations, I thought about how close we used to be. I decided to invite her. There was no +1 for anyone, and so I only invited my aunt, not her partner or her kids, since I barely know their names. My aunt said she was happy, but insisted that we invite them. I told her no, but my mom teamed with her and pressured me a lot during the year. I explained that the ceremony meant everything to us and that we only want people we love to be present. But my aunt booked flights for her, but also for her family. She said it was a family trip, but added that she heard some of my guests canceled, so that there is now space for her family. I told her that it would not be happening, but that her family could join us for the pool party the next day. After that, I got even more pressured by my mom into inviting them for the wedding itself because they are coming all this way. But I kept refusing and tried to finish my dress without my mom. On the big day after the ceremony, my husband and I left for an hour in the savannah with the photographers to make a few photos. As soon as we came back to the lodge, my aunt came to me smirking. She was holding her kid. Her partner was behind her. I'm not the scandal type. I didn't know how to react. In my disbelief, I kissed the kid hello and shook hands with their partner. I immediately felt sad for not defending myself. I then heard my mom and grandma telling my aunt about the extra chairs and food we had and that her family must stay for dinner. My sister lied for me, saying we don't have enough chairs because some are broken, so my aunt announced that they were leaving. I asked why leaving with them. She was supposed to stay for the dinner, and there are only 5 minutes away. She replied that she never intended to stay for dinner, but that she will spend time with us when they come back tomorrow for the pool party day. I was shocked. I replied that I had a change of plans and that she and her family could not come for the next day anymore. My mom, usually lovely, lost it and told me that I had no right to cancel my aunt's invitation to the pool party. I reminded her that we paid for the whole wedding ourselves and that she has no say in who I host. And I walked away, but she yelled at my back in front of everyone. She was screaming that the conversation was not over and that I had better come back. My sister had to physically bar my mom from running after me. I still stood my ground and kept my aunt from coming back the next day. Am I the booty hole?
I don't think so, honestly.
I think this one's kind of in the middle for me because here's the thing: is that the aunt definitely is not good here. Okay,
Right. Which probably for there's a reason she cut ties and she was quickly reminded of it.
right. So,
And because to be fair, she told her don't bring your family.
yeah,
But she do bring her family. And I'm personally of the mind of, if it's your wedding and you're paying for it, what you say goes. Like, if there was issues with our wedding, I would have been the same way.
yeah, especially because she said that they paid for the whole thing, like her and her husband paid for the whole thing, and so it's like I understand that you want it to be like a family trip or whatever, but like that's someone else's wedding. Like that's
At that point, you're making someone else's day about you.
exactly.
And therein lies where the bigger issue is.
Exactly. However, the thing that I think is a little like bonkers to me is whenever she was like, well, you can stay for dinner, but like they need to like they can't. But like, cause she said that she told the aunt, I thought you were staying for dinner. And she replied that she never intended to stay for dinner, but that she'll spend time with us whenever they come back tomorrow. So then it's like at that point, then the bride's like, okay, well, like none of y'all are coming back. That's a little while. I probably wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have gone that far. But I don't think she's a booty hole for doing that.
Which I think it ties into the would we have reacted the same? No. But do I think she's wrong for it? No.
Yeah. Like I probably wouldn't have. I would have still let them come to the pool party.
Which I'm also more of a
But-
nonchalant, non-confrontational.
Yeah. But also it's like the aunt shouldn't have brought her family with her whenever she was like, it's just for you.
Yeah, that
Because
shouldn't
if she
have happened.
because if she really had a problem with it, because like I've been invited to a wedding before that was like no plus ones, and I just didn't go because I couldn't take you, you know.
Yeah, which I mean,
Like and it's no hard feelings because I understand that it was like a small venue, and that's whenever I like texted the person who invited me and was like actually like I'm not going to be able to make it. If you want to give my seat to someone else, like that's fine. Like I gave up my seat so someone else could go.
yeah.
Because like they had a micro wedding. They literally only invited like 30 people. Well, pretty similar to this. But it's like
Oh yeah.
but it's like it's not that I had a problem with her inviting only me, but like I would just prefer if I went to a wedding that I would want to go with my significant other, and since I wasn't able to do that, then I just decided like
Yeah. But prior to that, you
yeah.
at least went on the girls' trip,
yeah,
The-
I did.
bachelorette. which
So I mean, like I
was
still
wild in
had
itself,
fun,
but-
and like I still supported her like from afar, but it was
Yeah.
very much like I can't take my significant other. That's okay. Like I'll just give up my seat for someone else.
Yeah, which you also developed a attachment issue, but it's fine.
Yeah, I really didn't want to drive that far either.
That too, because that's a lot of gas.
It is a lot of gas.
I vote she's fine,
Yeah, not the booty hole.
not the booty hole.
Okay, this next one. This one sounds pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Am I the booty hole for not being impressed by my wife listening to audiobooks at 3 times speed? This honestly already sounds like something that I would do. Okay, here we go. This one's a short one. Earlier this year, my wife started listening to audiobooks at 3 times speed. Last night, we went to a holiday party, and she was talking about how this gave her the ability to read almost 100 books this year. Someone we don't know well responded they didn't understand how she could possibly retain information that way, and that it seems like it would ruin the pleasure of reading. She got upset because that's exactly what I tell her. On the ride home, she was going on about how people don't take audiobook listeners seriously, and I immaturely rolled my eyes at the point, and I told her that it's not about that. It's that when she talks about listening to things at 3 times speed, it's because she thinks she has a superior ability to process information quickly and wants people to be impressed. It's not actually about reading at all. I know this sounds harsh, but I know my wife well enough to know that impressing people is extremely important to her, and she has acknowledged she's prone to having a superiority complex. Am I the booty hole? And then it says, editing to add, my issue has nothing to do with the validity of audiobooks versus physical media. Both are perfectly valid forms of reading. Must be some interesting comments on that one.
Yeah, probably. I personally don't see an.
I think the wife's being a little dramatic. I don't know
I
why
think
she
she
would
is
get.
too.
I don't know why she would get upset about that.
Because
Like it
I
has to
feel
be
like
because
the-
she wants people to be impressed by that.
I almost wonder if maybe the husband's downplaying it more than he thinks he is, possibly,
Yeah.
which is a possibility, but we're going based off just the facts that are written. Based off of that, yeah, I think the wife is being a little dramatic because I am an audiobook listener myself.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot retain information at 3 times speed.
No, and it's like that's the thing though. Is like if you're listening to it at 3 times speed and like you can do that, like good on you. Reading 100 books in a year, like that's impressive.
Like, honestly, be
But-
proud of yourself that you read 100 books in a year, but telling everyone that you can listen to audiobooks at 3 times speed and retain information, so what?
Yeah. But see, that's the thing is because I love watching Critical Role. If there are any critters out there, hello. I love watching Critical Role. And sometimes whenever I'm like on a time crunch and I want to get some good storyline in, you know, I only got like 30 minutes. But 30 minutes in a game of D&D is not really that long.
Nope.
So I'll speed it up a little bit. Like I'll put it on like 1.25, 1.5. But the fastest that I could ever put it on without my brain about to explode is 1.75. I can't even make it to 2 times fast. And even then, if I'm putting it on 1.75, them captions better be up there because I ain't understanding half of what they're saying.
But then at that point, are you even reading that fast?
I can read that fast.
Oh, well,
Like
good
I'm
for you.
fine.
I can't.
I'm fine reading that fast.
I'm a
But
slow reader.
well, I was always a pretty fast reader, and especially because whenever it's the captions, it's just like flashing up in little bite-sized chunks. It's not like a whole passage. Now, if I'm trying to read fast and it's like a whole paragraph, I'll get lost for sure.
Yeah.
But just captions on the TV, I can read them pretty fast.
No, I think she's definitely being a little dramatic because
Yeah,
that's
she's being a little dramatic.
It doesn't matter.
Because I'm like for someone to be like, I don't understand how you can like process stuff that quickly, and like she got upset about that. Like why would that be a comment you would get upset about?
Like, it doesn't matter.
That's such a silly little thing to get upset about. But listening to audiobooks at 3 times speed, it just sounds like it. That's why I said it sounds like something I would do, because I do speed up my stuff sometimes whenever I'm on a time crunch.
Yeah, but then at that point, like, what's the point in even reading the book to a small extent?
So that last one, not the booty hole.
Yeah, not the booty hole.
Okay, so this one,
Can we get a booty hole somewhere?
a booty hole.
Because none of these have been the booty hole.
No. Well, maybe this one will be a booty hole. This one sounds like it might be a booty hole.
Okay.
This one has very mixed reviews in the votes
Cool.
in the bottom. Okay. So this one is, would I be the booty hole if I told my mom I really don't like the gift she got me for Christmas?
Sounds like you're ungrateful, but let's hear it.
So today, my mom gave me my highly anticipated Lego gift that was a rip-off AliExpress Lego set. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, of course, but I specifically told her I wanted the official Lego set and that I'd be 100% willing to chip in or even pay the 250 euros in full. She told me, no, I'll take care of it, and I once again specified, sure, but I do really want the official Lego set. She orders a lot of stuff off Temu and AliExpress, and again told her I'd be willing to pay for the set. She did not communicate with me again about the set, so I figured she found a good deal for a secondhand one or something, which I'm fine with as long as it's the real deal. Imagine my disappointment when I got home from shopping and she gave me a bag that was identical to those standard AliExpress bags. I regained some hope when she said there was no box anymore, but when I pulled out the booklet, I noticed the knockoff brand name, which made my heart drop. I didn't tell her aside from a, hey, this isn't official, to which she answered, does that matter? On the inside, I was and still am super disappointed. Not only in the set because it didn't even 100% match the one I wanted, but also in my mom for not communicating this with me. She said she spent 33 euros on it, and thus that's why she bought it, because it was cheap. I feel as if I was cheated out of an item I wanted and still want, basically since it was released. I'm really struggling because I know she meant well, but it feels like she betrayed my trust a bit. I don't want to hurt her feelings, which I know I will if I tell her this. Too long don't read. My mom got me a cheap AliExpress rip-off Lego set I really wanted the official version of, despite my offers to chip in or pay for the real set in full. Oh boy. Okay, can I start this one off?
Hit it.
Why are you upset? If you know your mama buy stuff off Temu and AliExpress, we know those are like cheap, like you gonna get rip-offs kind of websites.
Yep.
Like, getting stuff off wish.com. Okay, you know that she gets stuff off of there. So you're going to ask for a Lego set, but it's the fact that she was like, I understand like being disappointed. Like I understand that.
Yeah.
But first of all, I would never tell my mom that. I would never hurt her feelings like that. Second of all, she said I would be willing to chip in or even pay the 250 in full. Then why didn't you just buy it for yourself?
That's what I'm not understanding. Or
like, if you're willing to pay for it in full, why would you not buy it for yourself? Why would you ask your mom to buy something for you and then be like, but don't get it off AliExpress. I know you be shopping on AliExpress. That makes no sense to me.
Something I've done before, like my first camera. My family does not know about cameras, and that's fine. So at that point, what I asked for was cash.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't have even mentioned, hey, I really want this. but I'll pay for it or blah, blah, blah. I'll just be like, hey, I'm saving up for X.
Like,
Would
can you
you
just
possibly
donate
give me a gift
cash?
card
Yeah.
or a Visa gift card or cash or something like that?
Yeah.
So I feel like you kind of set yourself up for a little bit failure on that one.
Yeah. Well, because see, that's the thing, though, is like the fact that she felt the need to reiterate several times, I want the official Lego set. First of all, lets me know that you knew that your mom was going to be shopping on some like cheap website.
Yep.
And then whenever you're like, I'm just upset that she didn't communicate with me. If your mom is trying to get you a gift, then why would she need to communicate with you about that?
She shouldn't have to.
That's what I don't understand.
A gift is probably secret. She's not going to communicate with that.
But I mean, maybe for her family, like it's different. Like maybe they like request what they want, and then that's what they get. But it's like in my family, like we don't really like make a request. Like we just buy stuff that makes us think of that person and give it to them.
No, because like with my family, we don't always, sometimes we'll request stuff, but then it's like, if I don't get it, oh well,
Yeah.
I'll go get it myself later.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I understand. Like I would understand like if you hadn't asked for it and you had just said like, oh, I really like this Lego set. I really want to get this Lego set. And then your mom had bought it for you and then you realized that it was off brand. I understand being disappointed about that. Like if it wasn't the actual brand or it was like a different set than what you actually wanted. Like it's human to get disappointed whenever your hopes are let down. But you can't put all that on your mom. Like you can't. I don't know. I think we're teetering into booty hole territory. And I think if you told your mom that you were disappointed that she got you a cheap knockoff version, knowing that it would make her upset, because she even says that it would make her upset if she told her.
Yeah, because I'm not willing to go full booty hole, but somewhere in the middle. What would we like to name our middle person? We need a name.
It's a little fart.
Little fart? Mm-hmm. Okay, you're a fart.
Yeah. She's a little fart.
Little fart.
Really close to the booty hole. Yeah. No, that, yeah.
Okay. So we both agree fart.
Yeah. It's just the fact that she's like, I'll even pay for it myself to make sure I get the real thing. Then just buy it for yourself, dude.
Just buy it and be done with
Just
it.
buy
Call
it for
a day.
yourself and let your mom get you something else nice. Whatever.
Because I love when my mom buys me some shoes or something. Because I refuse to buy myself shoes.
Yeah. And your mom buys you them good shoes, too.
Because
that
she
I
knows
be
my
stealing.
feet suck.
The shoes that I be stealing.
Every time. Nothing's safe.
Nope.
The only,
Especially whenever you wear the same shoe size as your husband.
yeah, the only thing that saves me is because I wear smaller hoodies.
Mm-hmm. Or they would all be mine, too.
Yep, because every single sweatshirt I've had that fits you is gone.
Yep. Sorry about that. Not sorry, actually, but sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, last
right.
one.
Here we go. This is the grand finale. And this one's about cousins, so we know that this is going to be good. Yep. Am I the booty hole for telling my cousin's friend that her underwear was showing?
Huh?
Oh, Lord. I'm going to read that one more time, okay? Am I the booty hole for telling my cousin's friend that her underwear was showing?
Why are you looking?
I, 16 male, this is a boy typing this.
Oh,
I,
hormones.
16 male, was over at my cousin's for Thanksgiving a few weeks ago, and we were hanging out in her basement while the adults watched college football upstairs. My cousin, 19 female, is in college and is a few years older than me. She had some friends over that she knew from high school, and I was happy to be included while they played games and watched movies. One of my cousin's friends, Sarah, 19 female, was really cute, but was my cousin's age, so she was out of my league. Oh, we have a crush.
Cool.
However, every time she sat down or bent over, I could see her underwear picking out over her jeans. It was super obvious because she had on a white sweater, jeans, black underwear. There were about 10 teens hanging out in the basement, including a good mix of guys she knew and some of my other male cousins, so I assumed she didn't want boys her age or younger seeing her underwear. When there was a break in the game, I very discreetly told her that she should pull her pants up because her underwear was showing in the back. She got angry at me and asked why I was staring at her underwear. She even called me a sicko pervert. I was just trying to help her. I felt super awkward and distanced myself from the group while they started a new game. A few minutes later, my cousin came up to me and said, I don't know what you said to Sarah, but you need to go upstairs with the parents. Up until that moment, I thought we were having fun and hanging out with my cousins and some of her friends. We had other cousins down there. Some of them were my age or younger, so it's not like I was intruding on my cousin and her college friends. Am I the booty hole for telling my cousin's friend that her underwear was showing? Oh, boy. Oh, here's the thing. After reading that, I feel like this little boy genuinely thought he was being helpful.
He did. But he made it worse. That's one of those... Honestly, I feel like that's one of those situations where it's like social knowledge... Just
social cues.
Social cues are a thing, and unfortunately, this one didn't have them.
No, he didn't.
I struggle with social cues myself.
But would you be like, I see your underwear?
Nope. I've just been like,
that's the thing that gets me.
Not my call.
This kid is 16 and this girl is 19. So it's like
there's that magical 18 barrier.
Yeah.
Because for her, I understand for her it was more of like, why are you looking?
Yeah.
And then for him it was like, it's staring at me.
Yeah. Well, because that's the thing is because he seems really genuine and like there were lots of other boys and I assume she didn't want boys looking at her underwear like I am currently doing, you know? Yes. So I think he was genuinely trying to be helpful. But here's the thing is that she's 19 years old and like she's a lot older and probably didn't even care that her underwear was showing.
Nope. Might have even been more of a little peekaboo situation.
Yeah.
That was intended. Not for that one though.
Oh, geez. I would say not the booty hole, but definitely very naive.
I would say not the booty hole. He just dumb.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's young too. So young and dumb. It's the golden combination. That's how babies are made.
Oh, not the babies. Don't bring the babies into this.
I'm just saying.
And the fact that it's your cousin's friend too. Like it's a Thanksgiving get together and it's someone that you don't know. And like you're just gonna go up to someone you don't know and be like, you need to pull up your pants.
Which fun fact, if it's someone you don't know, go to the person you do know that does know them and be like, hey.
That is a good point. Why couldn't he have just gone to his cousin and be like, hey, your friend's underwear is showing like
Because he's young and dumb. He didn't think that far. This little brain here, it ain't started working yet.
How long until your brain started working?
22.
Oh.
Yeah.
Arguably, though, knowing you, because we're married, knowing you as well as I do, sometimes the brain still don't be working.
No. Most of the time it don't.
It's okay. My brain don't be working either.
Which, it depends on the day. Some days she was firing on all cylinders. It's like a purring V8 Ferrari. Some days it's like a 1962 Ford, I guess. Stands for Fix For Repair Daily.
Yep. Found on road dead.
Mm-hmm. In this case, it was found in the ditch.
Oh.
Yeah, but I go not the booty hole. He just little dumb, figuring out social cues.
Yeah.
But you got to figure it out as a teenager, you know?
Probably homeschooled.
That's very possible.
The way he was like, I figured, like, I just assumed she wouldn't want boys looking at her underwear.
Says from boy.
Jeez. But I mean, like, if he really was being genuine, that is really sweet of him to, like, be concerned about it.
Keep that innocence. Just figure out better ways to go about solving the problem.
You can't just go up. PSA to everybody. You can't just go up to a girl you don't know and be like, you need to pull your pants up.
Nope, you at least got to know them a little bit and then be like, you got to keep butt.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, like you did.
Exactly. She didn't run.
Texted me like, what, 2 hours after we had a date?
Yep.
Your butt looked really cute today. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's the first time anyone ever complimented my butt.
That's such a shame. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But hey, I was first.
You were my first everything.
Kind of scary.
First boyfriend, first kiss, first engagement, first marriage.
It's going to stay that way too.
Yep. Till death.
Till death do us part. So one of us has to die.
Yeah, it's got to be me first. I'm sorry. You can't die before me. I'll say it until I'm dead. You can't die before me. You're not allowed.
I do my best, but
It's probably not going to happen.
you never know. Freak accidents happen. Plus, I plan on buying heavy equipment.
You're going to die before me, and I'm going to be sad.
Just brace yourself now. Because I've already done sketchy things with heavy equipment.
Oh, we know.
So
We know.
we're in the South. So to be fair, I also have even think it's only 30 minutes from here. You go up to a town that is full of people that you pull up in the yard. You don't get a hi, how you doing? You get a what you say here.
With the shotgun in their hand.
No, it's in the back of the truck most of the time.
Well,
They're actually pretty friendly up there.
There's still a shotgun within reach.
Oh, definitely. They're pretty friendly until they realize this is not friend.
No, see, where I'm from in Alabama, you pull up in someone's yard. That's what freaks me out. Whenever we're driving on the road, I miss a turn, and you're like, oh, just pull into their driveway. I can't be doing that. I can't be doing. They may be nice around here, but where I am from, you pull up in someone's yard, someone is.
Now, they're nice if you meet them at the yard. If you meet them at their door, that's when it becomes an issue. It's fine. So, how many stories was that total? 5?
That's 5, yeah.
So we got four no booty holes and a fart.
And a fart.
Fart. That's our
Next time I'm gonna try to find some that are booty holes, so we can.
because I need to rant on some. All right, so we've got our 4 non-booty holes and a fart. Would you have anything to add or anything for the end of the show?
Yeah, I'll say what I always say: be kind to one another, love each other, and don't kill your spouse.
Yep. So I'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Bye.